Alright, welcome to a LEGO revisit here on Buildbrick09's channel. So you may remember this set. I reviewed it a while back. It might have even been a year or two ago at this point. I don't really remember. But it's been a while. It's the LEGO Creator Lighthouse Island set. And as you know with these LEGO Creator sets, they're usually 3-in-1s. Not all of them, but a lot of them are. That's why they're called LEGO Creator. So today we're going to look at the two rebuilds of this set. If you want to see the original review, I'll put a link in the description to that, and I did ratings and set number and all that. But for now, let's go ahead and look at the other two. So, alright, here is the first of the two other builds. I believe it's the smallest, but I'm not sure. It looks pretty close with the other one. I can't say for sure. I might find out though, based on the number of leftover pieces. As you can probably see, well, you will in a minute, there are quite a few leftover pieces here. I'll give you an aerial shot. You can almost build another little miniature or something to go along with it with that number of pieces. But honestly, it honestly took me longer to build this than I thought it would. It took me almost an hour. Now granted, all the pieces were mixed together. I believe it was about 500 to 600 pieces all lying on the table, so it took me a while to sift through and find some of the smaller ones and stuff. But anyway, here it is. It's just a little boathouse. Comes with a pretty nice little miniature boat, and I'll go ahead and get that out now and show that to you first. Obviously the same minifigure. I'll just go ahead and show them to you real quick. Pretty basic fig there. Anyway, here's the little boat. I like it a lot better than the one in the Lighthouse, actually. As a comparison, there's the other one. That's more of a speedboat. This is more of a small fishing boat or something. I like it. It comes with a little life preserver on the side here. Some binoculars on a little clip to take off. Here's the motor, I believe. I mean, it has to have a motor. Got some lights up top here. And once again, nice use of the skeleton feet and the white rods to get a little barricades around there. And you can set him here. There's a wheel, and that does fold up if you want a little more space in there for him to stand up or whatever. But overall, a nice little boat, and I like the look of it a lot better, as I said before. I like that old-fashioned boating look as compared to the new speedboats and stuff. Anyway, here's the main model. Go ahead and give you a little 360 here real quick. As you can see out in the water, we have some little buoys. We also have some seagulls or some other kind of seabird. We have a little function back here, which I'll show you in a bit, and some outdoor decor as well. So here's the two little seabirds. I'm assuming they're still seagulls, but they could be little ducks or something, although I've never heard of a saltwater duck. Different design on them, no wings or anything. And this one has a fish. Other than that, they're exactly the same. The little buoys out here, some brown, white, and translucent orange studs to give it that look. And then here's the ramp, so the boat fits nice and neatly in there, even with the minifigure. Nice life preserver up there. And nice use of the curved pieces and the glass. I like that. Is this a function? Oh yes, it is. I forgot about that. The light brick is incorporated. And just push on that green thing that you saw a moment ago. Gives it a little nice cozy look, I suppose. I don't like the use obviously as much as I do in the Lighthouse, but it's still pretty good. The roof doesn't come off easily or anything. And then outside here we have, I like this little touch with the fan. I think that's pretty cool. And we also have some colorful studs for plants and the coffee mug. And also a little lamp of some kind there. And over here is where the function is, and you're just going to lift up here, and the boat comes sliding out. And hopefully it won't tip over like that. It'll come out differently depending on how fast and hard you flick this, obviously. That's probably the best one I've had yet. And then just a quick look inside there, there's the function. You can see how that works pretty well. Other than that, it's a pretty basic build. Obviously, I don't like it as much as the Lighthouse, but I mean, it's still pretty good. You're still going to have some fun with it, I believe. Especially coupled with some other sets. So, I guess I'll be back pretty soon with the seafood shack. I believe that's what that's supposed to be. So here is the seafood restaurant. I think it actually might be a little smaller than the boathouse that we saw just a moment ago. There's quite a few leftover pieces. As you can see over here. Once again, you could probably build something pretty big with that still. But it's a nice little build nonetheless, so we'll take a look at it here real quick. And by the way, I forgot to show you 2 instruction manuals. They're separate from the Lighthouse one. Like I said before, if you want to see the Lighthouse and all the stuff that goes with it and all that, check out the original review, which I will post a link in the description to. So this one was 59 pages long for the Boathouse. Pretty standard instructions. So that was 59. The Lighthouse was, what, like 70 something? 68. Not a whole lot bigger. And then the seafood restaurant was 56. So it is the smallest. It didn't look like it, but I guess it is. So, yeah, standard instruction manual. This one doesn't really have any, well, I guess it does have one little feature, but other than that, most of these creator things are just meant to look nice, really. It's kind of rare for that Boathouse to have a little something going on with it. Here it is, once again, the same minifigure. Nothing different about him. Got a couple different birds. Unlike the other two, the birds are not identical. This one's kind of weird looking. I don't really know what that's supposed to be. I guess it's his tail, but I've never seen a bird tail that goes more than twice as high as the head. So it's kind of a weird one. Not crazy about it. And here's the other one, just some kind of gull or something. Has a stud in the bottom so it can perch on different things. And interesting use of the teeth pieces for the wings. So there's a bird. There's our birds. We also have a little boat. I think it's probably the smallest of the boats. We can put our guy in there. No way to steer it. I'm assuming this is the sail right here, though. Pretty standard here. Got the light up top. That's supposed to be a cone instead of just a cylinder, but I couldn't find that. Okay, so the cylinder, I mean the cone would fit nicely on there, but this is just very loose. So then we have a nice little docking area outside here. These are supposed to be the same height, but they're not. I was missing a brown stud. Didn't really feel like looking for one, but they should be the same height. And I think it's supposed to be a diving board. I can't really think of what else that would be. A couple overhanging tiles that don't really match the color of anything else, so I guess it's a diving board. Then over here is our actual restaurant. I'll take that bird out of here. We have a nice little viewing area with some binoculars. Of course, that'll spin all the way around. I'm assuming this is like the menu. A lot of times outside a restaurant or right in the doorway, you'll see like a menu with the specials. So I think that's what this is supposed to be. Although it's kind of creepy that it's on a skeleton leg. So point the toes away from the front if I were you. Also, this very nice umbrella with some white studs on top. There's nowhere to sit inside, so we got a couple seats out here. Coffee cup. I'm guessing that brown slope is supposed to be like a piece of cake or something. And then we have some seating there. Show what that looks like here from up top. So not a whole lot of places to sit, but you only get one minifigure anyway, so I guess I didn't really need that. Then it's kind of hard to get them to sit on the curvy pieces. I don't know. You can play around with that though. Outside we have a little garden with some different colored flowers and some green cones to look like plants. I'll show you what this is in a moment. Before we go inside though, I really like the top design on the roof. Not only do we have a little chimney with the cylinders, and you can make that chimney a little bigger if you want. There's at least a couple more of those cones if you want to add on to that. But what really sets it apart for me is the fish and the life preserver together. I mean, without having any words on the model, you know it's a seafood restaurant. So I thought that was a cool use of that. And by the way, there should be another fish somewhere in this set. I don't have it on me though. For one of the birds to have in its beak. Excuse me. Nice sloped roof up here, and on the back as well. And you're probably wondering how you're going to get inside since this doorway is very small. And that's what this little knob on the side is for. We got the nice windows there as well, but that will open up so you can see inside a little bit. If you want to see inside even better, The light brick is in there. It's on top of or beneath a little furnace, so you can put the fish there as well and cook it up. But there's no way to like firmly affix that in there. Nice glass windows out front. I think that's a cool touch. And then inside, other than that, there's a couple random studs lying around and some yellow slopes, but it's mostly centered around the grill. That's really all there is inside there. Would have been nice to put a couple seats and a table, but it's already a little cramped. And it would have been very cramped if they had done that. So that's about all there is to say for these rebuilds. Overall, I think this is one of the best LEGO creator sets of all time. Who doesn't like a Lighthouse? It's a pretty good size, and then of course you have the two rebuilds there. I had a lot of fun revisiting this set after a number of years of having it, and building a couple of things. I've never built those before. I mean, the Lighthouse is really cool, so kind of hated to take it apart, but hey, I mean, I can put it back anytime I want, and I probably will since I have all these random pieces lying around, and I don't really want to mix them in with all my other spare parts and lose them. But I might keep some of these up. I might keep one of these little models up for a bit, and then rebuild the Lighthouse. So, thanks for tuning in. Also, check out the LEGO Minecraft set rebuilds. I did every one except the crafting box and the mine. Crafting box, I mean, there's infinite rebuilds there, and then I don't own the mine, and I'm not going to ask Andrew to bring that over. It was already asking a lot for him to bring it once, if you know what I mean. If you have that set, you know what I mean, because it is such a fragile set, and moving it is like the worst idea ever. I would rather move the Tower of Orthanc than that set, and I am not being, I am totally being serious. I'm not kidding, I'm totally being serious. Not to so as not to confuse you. That is just a very, very fragile set. Anyway, thanks for tuning in. As I've said before, I'm having to get a little more creative with my LEGO videos. I don't want to just upload Minecraft and then a review every once in a while when I get a new set, but I've also reviewed pretty much every set I have that's intact. So if you have any ideas for some more LEGO reviews or videos of sorts, please tell me in the comments below. Some things that you'd like to see with some of the LEGO sets I have, some different comparisons. If I'm forgetting a set that I reviewed that has some rebuild options, let me know, and I will certainly do that. But like I said, just give me some ideas, and I'll definitely consider them, and I'd really appreciate it. So, thanks for tuning in. We will see you next time, and goodbye.